I'm Robert Estrin here at Living Pianos TV. This is a Mason Hamlin Model B from 1929. If you know anything about the history of Mason Hamlin, you know this is a revered time period for the company. In fact, for many decades after this, Mason Hamlin really was not of the same quality it was at this time. And indeed, it's one of the last American piano companies still producing in this country. They make about 200, 250 pianos a year outside of Boston. And they are absolutely stupendous instruments. This particular piano is incredibly well preserved. It has been rebuilt with a new pin block, strings, pins, and other parts, as you can see on the website. The thing about Mason Hamlin that is so unique is that they are truly an overbuilt piano. In fact, Mason Hamlin's weigh about 50% more than Steinway's. For example, a concert grand Steinway weighs about 1,200 pounds. A concert grand Mason Hamlin weighs 2,000 pounds. The entire piano is more massive. I want you to take a look underneath the piano, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. So here I am underneath the Mason Hamlin, and if you know anything about soundboards, you know the soundboards are put into the piano when they're manufactured under pressure, causing a slight upward arching, referred to as the crown. And the crown is the holy grail of piano tone. If the soundboard flattens out, you lose all sound, and the piano will never have the same quality of tone. It's very difficult to work with a soundboard that's lost crown. Mason Hamlin's maintained crown much longer for a couple of reasons. First of all, the massive structure of the piano, and as if that isn't enough, they have something called a tension resonator system that only Mason Hamlin pianos have. Dubbed the Spider, this metal bracing attaches to all corners of the rim of the piano, supporting the soundboard for much longer life of the soundboard crown. That's why you can find an instrument like this with a flawless soundboard from this period, from this age. It's quite remarkable. So, how does it sound? The tone is a very fat, rich tone. In fact, Mason Hamlin, I believe, is the fattest tone of any piano. Very, very different from the European sounds, which are thinner, crystal clear, and focused. The Mason Hamlin is a voluptuous sound that envelops you as a listener, and it's a wonderful treat to play these instruments. Ah, what a tone. How are they able to achieve such a big, rich sound out of such a small piano? The secret is they have a wider tail which allows for a bigger soundboard. So the soundboard area of a baby grand Mason Hamlin is roughly the same size as a grand piano Steinway or other piano. Let me show you how they achieve this. Notice how this isn't square. It's not a right angle. You see how it gets wider and wider, and this allows for more soundboard area, giving a rich sound of a grand piano in the space of a baby grand. Quite an amazing achievement. So then, if space is at a premium for you and you require the best possible sound and performance, I recommend the Mason Hamlin Model B piano for you. You will not be disappointed. It's a wonderful instrument, and if you have any other further questions about it, feel free to contact me, Robert Estrin here at Living Pianos. Thanks for joining me.